Hello, I'm Antonio Neves, and this is 3-Minute Ad Age. How big of a game changer will online video watching ultimately be for the television industry? And when will those changes really start to happen big time? According to Akamai CEO Paul Sagan, we're watching the tipping point occur right now. And sweeping industry upheaval may come sooner and more dramatically than many imagine. A longtime veteran of the broadcast, cable, and online video world, Sagan was a keynote speaker at this week's Streaming Media East conference.
I think for the first time, after more than a decade, internet video is competitive with plain old-fashioned television. I think we have reached a very significant tipping point in our industry, one that is important to all of you, no matter where in the ecosystem you sit. Because for the first time, the consumer is finally getting what we've been talking about really for more than 10 years, for close to 20 years of what you want, when you want it, where you want it. And it is going to change the rest of traditional media in ways that are as fundamental as what we're seeing going on in places like newspapers and magazines today. My background is actually in broadcast television and cable television. Before I came to Akamai and even before I started in interactive media and online, even pre-web, I spent 15 years, more than 15 years, producing traditional TV, figuring out how to get video that people wanted in front of them and attracting an audience. I spent over a dozen years at CBS in the television stations division here in New York, and then I went to Time Warner and launched cable networks. And I understood that the gorilla in the home is the moving picture. It's video. It's how you attract people, and it's how you build businesses. And I think we're at the point, we're at this tipping point on the internet where video is now going to take on traditional TV and change the rest of media. And it's very significant for all of us. As Dan mentioned, I had this early experience in interactive media in pre-video days when we were dealing with dial-up and very slow sites, and then the earliest days of broadband. In fact, I was involved in what some of you will remember as the full-service network, Time Warner's interactive TV experiment down in Florida 15 years ago, which was the first effort to really push fat pipes with IP content to users. And what we saw then and what we're finally seeing now on a wide scale is that users will gravitate to the fastest speed they've had once, and if you give them access to full motion video that they want, gaming, movies, TV shows, news, information, and sports, that is what they will consume, and they will push everything else off the table.
And that's it for this 3-Minute Ad Age. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Antonio Neves at Advertising Agent New York.